KSSP TV Sports on News 13 with Fred Barletta Jr.
Well, of course, on this Memorial Day, besides all the backyard cookouts and people honoring their fallen heroes, it's also a day of a lot of pomp, circumstance, and parade. And you know, actually the first parade of this Memorial Day weekend was an impromptu deal. It was put together because of Julia Franzosa. By now you all know what happened on Friday. Well, she was honored as she returned back from Shippensburg University as the Hazleton Area High School put together a little welcoming committee, and you could see right here as they wound their way on Broad Street. This is actually in West Hazleton by McKenna's Corners, and she got an escort by the emergency personnel, state police, and people down Hazleton Area High School. Very thankful to the Pennsylvania State Police and also the local fire departments that on very short notice got together in this well-deserved welcome, because she is indeed a state champion, the fourth one in the history of Hazleton Area High School in the 20 years, first female to do it. She joins Donald Pollitt, who did it twice, and of course Nate Eachus, who was the very first one back in '08 when he captured a wrestling championship. And just a wonderful way to celebrate this Memorial Day weekend. We even got a little sports angle in there with, as we said, the first parade of the Memorial Day weekend honoring state champion Julia Franzosa, the 2012 AAA Javelin gold medalist in the state of Pennsylvania. Now, another guy who, well, they didn't have any individual stuff for him, but certainly was one of the marquee athletes that ever come out of Hazleton Area High School, Russell Kanzler. His Columbus team all over Syracuse 9-1 yesterday. Although Russell wore the collar, is average, still at a very respectable 277. I'm telling you, he's going to creep it up close to that 300 mark. Meanwhile, Kyle Landis, another Hazleton native, he and his Akron Arrows team idle yesterday, postponed due to the rain. Let's get the AAAs of local interest. The Scranton Wilkes-Barre, well, maybe Yankees, 1-0 over Buffalo. In Charlotte, 7-2 over the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. The minor league schedule today: Columbus is at Buffalo, Akron is at Erie, Toledo comes to play Scranton Wilkes-Barre in upstate New York, and Lehigh Valley travels down to Gwinnett, Georgia to take on the Atlanta Braves AAA club. Now, some pairings coming up this week. Let's take a look. This is high school baseball and softball. In baseball, Quad A, it's going to be Wyoming Valley West against Scranton. Of course, Scranton knocked off the Hazleton Area Cougars, and so the Cougars finish the 2012 campaign with a losing record of 9-12. Meanwhile, District 2 Single A baseball, Lackawanna Trail in a football score over Wyoming Sem, and Old Forge put up a lot of runs against Blue Ridge, so it's going to be Trail and Old Forge battling it out. That game will be at Marywood, and that'll be at 2 o'clock. Meanwhile, let's go to softball. We've got the semifinals up at Wallenpaupack. It's the Lady Cougars who smoked Scranton on Friday. It's Hazleton Area and Wallenpaupack. Well, in the other half of the bracket, it'll be Delaware Valley traveling all the way to Williamsport. That'll be a fair turnaround for the Williamsport baseball team, having to go all the way to Delaware Valley, I guess. District 2 Single A softball, MMI in the semifinals. They'll be playing Blue Ridge tomorrow and Old Forge in Northwest. They're squaring off in the other half of the bracket. Let's go to District 11, AAA. It's Blue Mountain and Lehighton getting ready to play at Coca-Cola Park. That's because Lehighton edged Pottsville and Blue Mountain outlasted North Schuylkill. And boys Single A baseball, Tri-Valley, they beat Marion and knocked the Colts out of the playoffs. And Pius X, they'll be playing Nativity. Or make that Pius X playing Tri-Valley. Pius X defeated Nativity. Let's go to girls softball AAA. You've got Bethlehem Catholic going to be taking on, well, actually, it's going to be Bethlehem Catholic in Northwest. It's Pottsville and Saucon Valley. They're in the semifinals. Girls softball in District 11. And in AA, it's Penn Argyl and North Schuylkill, Pine Grove and Palmerton. That's the way it's all going to line up. And by the end of this week, we'll have district champs all over the place in baseball and softball. as the spring sports start winding down for the 2012 year. Hey, we got just the thing for the Monday blues. It's Bottlenecks, where it's crab and clam seafood jam night, because if you love seafood, you'll love Monday nights at Bottlenecks. You got the white-shell little neck clams in garlic butter or the peel and eat shrimp. Both of them, they're going for $3 a dozen. Or go for the jumbo snow crab legs. You get a pound for just $8.95. It's all at Bottlenecks, our sponsors, each and every night on SSP TV.